Delta Electronics has been in the market for nearly 50 years for the whole group, and Delta Electronics Thailand more than 32 years. We do see a lot of different changes in the market. So the mega trend and what we've seen is getting evolving from time to time. At this moment of time, what we've seen as some of the few mega trend is the first, like the urbanization, and this is getting more and more. And the second thing is the climate change is also impacting to us quite heavily. And third, what we see is the industrial automation and in terms of the manufacturing landscape, because of the more and more different countries, and they want to make sure they have their own supply, their own production. So this is what we see also is another trend. And the fourth one, what we will see is the digitalization and the digital, and also anything related to the data and also data storage, data transmission, and network bandwidth. These are also very important four major mega trends that we've seen. Yeah. The strategy from Delta Electronics is very clear from the right beginning since we established in 1971. Is to provide innovative, clean, energy efficient solution for a better tomorrow. And this is our corporate mission, and we haven't changed any part of it. I think that this kind of the corporate mission still fit to the current environment because it's vitally important to make sure we have a clean, innovative, and energy efficient solution for a better tomorrow. So Delta from the right beginning when we established, we're looking into this direction, and we continuously moving on this strategy and the direction. I think we are quite successful so far according to this corporate mission. The key successful factors as a company of Delta, first thing first, we really look after our people. Our people is really the best asset for us. The only thing is to make sure they feel comfortable, they are working in the safe environment. So this is what we think is most important things. The second thing is all the other stakeholders, we make sure they are also feel comfortable. So you see during the COVID-19, a lot of companies, country has been locked down, a lot of company has even go bankrupt. I think it's Delta side of it, we've been quite successfully selecting the right mega trend as what we're talking about. In terms of our solution offering, also fulfill the market needs. And of course, after you could look after your people properly, you could fulfill the supply chain, you could also satisfy your customer, and then all we need to do is do our best to make sure the customer satisfaction, and then I think that's what we are doing, and as normal like everybody else would do. Yeah, I think as consumers' behavior is changing because of the condition or environment is changing. So to deal with all these sort of the change from the consumer, and we better look back to ourselves, look back to our own family. So if you have kids, you look at your kids, what kind of things they are doing. You look at your wife or maybe your husband or your boyfriend, girlfriend, what are they doing? And it's not that difficult to find out the changing from them. So yes, a lot of behavior has been changing because people doesn't know what might be happening in the coming 3 months, 6 months. So they would be more carefully to consider, okay, what should I do? What should I buy? Do I want to buy the car now, or should I wait for situation become better? So all these sort of things is impacting to the consumer. And then from the Delta side of it, we also seen the increasing demand on the data transactions. So we also noticed our customer has strong demand on the data center, and we see the future on the 5G will become more and more popular. So we prepare ourselves to be ready to support the 5G infrastructure because everyone were using their mobile phone much more, no matter on the shopping, no matter on the study, no matter on the entertainment, they are all using the data. There's one business automation, it's building automation. A building getting more and more important. I think most of us spend about 90% inside of building, either in the office or at home or the school or shopping mall. So building automation from our point of view is also a trend in terms of the mega trend. And then the consumer, when they want to spend more time in those buildings, how do we make sure they could have a fresh, clean air indoor? And then they have also better energy saving when they are turn on the air conditioning, when they turn on the air purifying. So these are all key and things which is we think is we are also trying to do and help and support. The role of the Delta to take actions for the mega trend. I think is the Delta Electronics, we are aware about the change in the market. We are aware about the future mega trend. 3 years ago, we started to bring this sort of the concept and what we so-called awareness into the market. And I think it's the first time we have the Delta Industrial Summit. We are started to addressing the power requirement. We have started addressing the power efficiency. And then last year, we also started talking about the smart city. This year, we're talking more indoor air quality and the smart buildings and also the smart manufacturing. And of course, it's including what we so-called e-mobilities and EV cars. In our viewpoint, we think is sometimes the mega trend is there, but people were thinking it's still far away. But actually, it's not too far away. It's coming soon. Considering in the coming 5 years, you probably have a chance driving the car without people. Well, actually, it's already happening, but I'm saying that it's much more popular on the street. Even you sit onto the car, you don't need to put on your hands on the steering wheel, and the car go automatically. I believe it will happen. Why am I saying that? Because of the 5G, because of the data centers, because of the connectivity from the car, from the network, from the telecom, everything linked up together. It's happening very fast. From our point of view, we want to bring this awareness. We also want to take the possible solutions to support the development, possible solution to help the consumer and to end user to understand this is not a dream, it's coming. To have a fresh air in your room, in your building is not a dream. And to really make sure a lot of things is automated, connected, and digitalized is also not a dream. And we want to bring the solution to tell people how could it be happen and how soon we could bring into the market. Actually, a lot of activities has been deployed from the Delta Electronics with the various different institutions and government and also private sectors and our customers and partners. So we are doing this quite actively. We probably could be proud to be saying we are installed quite a lot of EV charging in Thailand with some of the major customers. And so you go outside, you see our charger here, there. And then we are also planning to bring in the latest bi-directional EV charging. What does it mean for the bi-directional? It means is you're not only charging your car, the car could also give the power to your family, to your house. So this is what we so-called bi-directional. Another possibility is bi-directional could support to the grid as well. So every EV car become a power energy storage. So things like that is quite promising and it's quite happy to see it's happening. And I always believe at this moment, even we still having the concern on the COVID-19, and the second wave is coming. I see some of the countries happening, but I do believe the technologies will bring us much better life, and the Delta is here to work with, no matter university, government, association, private sectors, and all the different partners together to address all these solutions to give a better life of tomorrow.